Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Smart Wrestling Fan More episode. Let me check my notes. 63, maybe, possibly 63. I am Joe Negron, along with Mr. Carter Lee. Hello.
Hello, Joe.
Hello. And if you don't know, this is our first test project of Smart Wrestling Fan Live. Yes, we are live. We are not just a podcast. We are live on YouTube right now, live on Patreon right now. So there you go. We're here. We have a bunch of people in the chat. They're asking questions like, are we reviewing La Brea tonight? No, we're not. Sorry about that.
That would be awesome.
Well, somebody has to pay me X dollars to do that because I don't know. I don't know what it would take. We probably said the number. I just don't remember what it is. $187 is that what I said? I don't know. But and that's just for one episode because that's a waste of my time. But yeah. We are here and we're live and we are going to review this week's Impact because we had two shows. We had Impact Wrestling on the normal night and then we just finished like a half an hour ago. We just finished the Knockouts, Knockdown, Drag Down pay-per-view extravaganza that's known as, Knockouts, Knockdown. I just said that. So we're going to do that today. It'll be fun.
We're here.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
That's it. That's all we got. Also a special guest today. He's right here in the studio. Mr. Mute. Nah, he's not here. That was just me opening a drink. I lied to everybody.
Yeah, 3% of me believe that might happen.
Yeah, like the 1%.
Considering he's never been there live, I don't think.
That's true. He's never coming over.
No.
If somebody just came over for like a month, like if we could be millionaires, like a guaranteed way to millionaires.
I will pack up and come there for a month.
You're like $1 million in a month. I'm coming over now.
Yeah, I'm going to be in California in December.
Wow. Yep. No, I knew that. But this berry punch drink is weird.
Weird in what way? Like a weird medicine aftertaste?
A little bit medicine-y and
chemicals?
Just not really sweet. I don't know. It's better than the first one I tried. But anyway, I'm trying different beverages because it's a live video thing now. So we're not just in your ears. We're on video. So if you want to get in on this.
Taste buds.
Yeah. If you want to get in on this action, what do people do? They go to. We don't have a real static YouTube channel yet. It's it's in flux, like the flux capacitor.
Right.
Exactly. I posted the link on our Facebook group on Twitter and on the Patreon page. So if you're part of any of that, you can watch us on video. And Smart Wrestling Fan Live Test Edition is absolutely free. In the future, it may cost money. So why not come in when it's free and you can take advantage of it? So
exactly.
Do that. Subscribe for free, all that stuff. So yeah, first thing to talk about now is the Impact. The Impact.
Impact.
I guess I forgot to open my notes. I'm trying to juggle 5 windows at once since it's the live thing. Now we don't have Carter on video yet. Only I'm on video right now.
So you're welcome, everybody.
Well, not you're welcome. Don't be a wise guy. We're gonna whoever wants to be on video can be on video. It's just I have to on the PC I have all the software set up with the X cam split nonsense, all the things where you can make windows and all the stuff. Whatever it's called, X-Men. No,
X-Men.
Not that. But I have that on there, but not on the Mac. So I gotta install things like that on the Mac. So okay.
You have a request for Too Long Didn't Raw.
Well, the point was, some of the people in the chat are like, well, I was already subscribed to that. Why wasn't I getting the alerts? And it's because this is a separate YouTube channel. This is its own thing. This is new. So we had to start from scratch. The reason for that is, again, I don't think people that listen to this podcast care, but the people in the chat care. So I'm going to say it. But the reason for the multiple YouTube channels is because that YouTube channel that you watch TLDR on, that was so old that you cannot change the custom URL at all. What it is what it is. The end. Yeah. It's like grandfathered in from the old system when you had to have a username before you signed in with Google. So we're talking all the way back when YouTube and Google weren't the same thing. So
right. I remember that. Yeah, I had to start over with the Horror Movies Hub, Flannel Girl Productions YouTube channel thingy, because I had my own under Carter Lee years ago.
Right.
That racked up a really good amount of subscribers for my life, at least, and video views and all that.
Yes.
But I wanted, this is going to be horror centered, and I would like some type of horror URL.
Right, and that's exactly. So then you have to change it, and you can't. And they're like, just click, and you jump through all these hoops. And it's like, just click delete and make a new one. And then you dig deeper, and it's like, oh, if you're an older user, no, you can't do that.
Exactly.
FPR90 in the chat says, you got the XCam. Yes, we do. You do. You got it used. He says that. And Jerry L, thank you for all you do. We appreciate you for listening. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And Fidel Alexander says, I think it's coins. So, see, this is... And Soggy Hydrox says, you mean this isn't Justin's house? No. Do you know, I still have bookmarks that copy paste from all the computers I had onto my phone, and I still have the link to Justin TV on there somehow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to really go through my phone.
You would
That's
think.
Got to be a treasure trove of all.
When I got a new phone, I did go through it, and I was like, I'm going to streamline this so I can work and have fun with this. So there's that. Yeah.
Have you noticed an insane amount of contacts on your phone if you have a smartphone and it's not connected to, or is connected to like one thing? All of a sudden you have
because it's like everybody on Facebook's phone number is like, I don't want that. Get that out of here.
No.
Monster Legacy Production says, remember the Stickam days? Oh yeah, that's why we're back here. So absolutely. Stick 'em. So this is the fun of Smart Wrestling Fan Live. It's a different kind of... Oh, Jerry L, real quick. Got to read this. Oh, my God. So, Smart Wrestling Fan is the highlight. Even they call this Smart Wrestling GAM, I think. Because it's SWG. I think that's a typo. Is the highlight of my week. I also watch all the main shows, and it's even more entertaining when I've watched them as well. On a side note, thank you for introducing me to the brilliance of Norm Macdonald. No problem.
Oh, Norm Macdonald. Rest in power.
He's a genius. He was a genius. It's... Sad stuff.
I love people who push envelopes and all that, and he did it in such an ingenious way.
I just love. My favorite was when he was on The View, and he's like, "Hey, you got Bill. Got to get those murderers out of the White House. Got to get them out of there." What do you mean? What are you talking about? The Clintons killed a man. You got to get him out of there. And they're like, "Stop it! There's going to be a lawsuit." No, I want to talk about it. I thought it was a matter of public record. It's just really funny.
So, yeah, he's awesome.
He just messed with him for a whole minute. So good. And the moth joke, of course, so funny.
Yes.
We're going to do this now. Everybody go to, well, first of all, everybody subscribe that's on this thing, like I said, to this channel because it's free. But then also go to shophmh.com. We're going to do front load the plug here because there are shirts there for Smart Wrestling Fan and shirts for not Smart Wrestling Fan. There's a Smart Wrestling Fan shirt there, shophmh.com, that says copy paste high five on one side. On the other side, it says Smart Wrestling Fan. But then there's all these horror movie and Halloween related shirts that Carter makes. So you can support all of us just by buying yourself a shirt. Isn't that cool?
And we have personalized, customizable breast cancer warrior shirts.
Yes. You can get a name or a message or a hashtag or whatever you want on the bottom.
Yes.
It's pretty awesome. So you should go check out the website right now.
Yes. And I can virtually make anything a customer needs. I haven't put that on.
Right.
By virtually, I mean, I'll do that over here and then mail it to you, I guess. But I can pretty much do anything within reason, within reasonable requests. I haven't put that on the website yet, but anyone who listens to the show, if you see something you like, but you wish it was on a different color shirt or you wish it was slightly different, hit me up.
Did you get Holly's request for a shirt yet?
I did not. Was that on
it came through the podcast?
I haven't gone to yet?
Yeah. She wants an NXT UK Pretty Deadly shirt that they don't make. So
okay,
we'll work on that.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
I said we can work on that. So
yeah, No, it's good. You know me, I can just do the mock-ups and get the opinions and,
Awesome.
It's
always
surprise people with cool things.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, let's do an Impact show right now because I have my notes finally and we can do it. We're going to review both the Impact Knockout pay-per-view that we just watched tonight, plus this week's Impact Wrestling. Let's start with this week's Impact Wrestling and I'll take care of that. But this is week's Impact. The Bullet Club comes out first. Look at that.
Well, should we talk? Sorry to cut you off.
No,
should we
go
talk
ahead.
about BTI?
It's so sad. You should talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't really watch all of BTI because the first 40 minutes is a recap of what we've already reviewed.
Yes.
But
then there's a match at the end.
Yeah, and Iceman, which I half listened to. So the match this week, Drama King versus Laredo Kid. And Laredo hits his finisher for a 3 count. And so far, I hate the booking of Drama King. Everything's stupid about this.
They don't know what to do with him.
No.
Like, he's a guy, but what do you do with
video packages, putting him with the women's champion, the Knockouts champion.
Yeah.
And, he can't win a match. Not a single one. And has been relegated to jobbing on BTI.
Yeah. That's kind of sad.
What is the viewership right now for Impact's main show?
I think we have more viewers in our live video chat right now, than Impact does.
Right. So cut that in half for BTI.
Wow. I would say 10% for BTI.
Okay.
Yeah. Not half, I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so that was BTI. So that's that. It's very depressing, isn't it? If you're the Drama King, it's not so good. So I have here Drama Guy, we call him. Is that what we call him? Drama Man? Dramamine! Dramamine.
Guy.
Got it. Nailed it. Yes.
Dramamine Warshall.
Wow, that's bad. Okay, so Impact. This was from this past Thursday night. And the Bullet Club come out first. So it's a 6-man tag match to open the show. It's the Bullet Club's Hikuleo, Chris Bay, and El Phantasmo. And they're going to be going against New Japan's Finjuice, which is Finlay, David Finlay, and Juice Robinson, and also Chris Sabin. Okay, this match is weird, and I couldn't remember why, and then I do remember at the end. So Stryker has the night off tonight. Yeah. So it is Josh Matthews, everybody. My favorite. Yes. I wish I could give Josh Matthews a hug. I have no hard feelings with the guy now. I don't. I really just didn't enjoy his corny heel run thing, and I thought he was getting way too loud and annoying. So,
yeah, agreed. But it's nice to have a break from Stryker.
It is.
Yeah.
But Josh,
stupid things were said on this episode.
Yes. This was a good match, exciting. All these guys, I like most of these guys in the ring. So, I like all these guys. Yeah, I can't think. There's nobody here I don't like. But Josh says everyone wants to be the next Chris Sabin. They do?
I wrote that down.
Is that a thing?
Right.
Wait, what? Where did he get that idea? So I didn't understand that. And then D'Lo, this is my favorite. D'Lo says, Chris Bay, he's like a Time Lord. And Josh goes, like a regular doctor. And then you think he's going to say who, right?
Right.
Like a regular Doctor Strange, right? It's like, Josh, I understand he can manipulate time too, but who's the Time Lord?
Right.
Which doctor?
Yeah, that's wow. No, I wrote that down too, and I said so clearly he's not watching Doctor Who or Marvel.
No. The Good Brothers watch backstage, and that reminds me that this same match with less people in it is going to have to happen again to see who goes against the Good Brothers at the pay-per-view or whatever.
Yes.
And wouldn't you think that match won't have a finish and it'll be a 3-way for those titles?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
Yep.
Makes sense. The finish of this match is cheating by Hikuleo, which is just a distraction so Phantasmo could hit the low blow. And Art of Finesse on Sabin, and the Bullet Club get the win. So.
Yep. And D'Lo also
he said, I'm D'Lo.
The rock bottom. Rock bottom. Got to get your WWE plugs in.
They said WWE a few times, and they also said, they said that's like hanging around with The Rock. And I was like, that was my life, hanging around with The Rock. He didn't talk to me, but he was there. Hole. And his dad was fishing in my yard. I didn't talk to him. I was scared. Okay,
Get out of my yard.
Yeah. So tonight it's going to be Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus Josh Alexander and Christian Cage. That's going to be your main event for later tonight. But first, backstage interview with Josh Alexander. He says tonight he teams with Christian, but at Bound for Glory, Christian is his opponent. So whatever that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, oh my God, this next segment. So Heath Not Slater comes out.
Right.
And this guy, he's like, whoo, yeah, whoo, how was your year? My year's bad. We all had a bad year. How about that pandemic? Whoo, bad year for people. Yeah, bad year. He rambles. Oh my God, he doesn't ever get to the point.
No.
Hey.
No, and he had me fooled when he brought up his friend in a moment. He brings up how he lost his best friend, and I thought maybe that's why he was rambling. He was about to talk about something deep.
Exactly, because he goes, yeah, my family, pandemic. He never said the word pandemic, but that's what he meant. And he's like, oh, injury, oh, contracts. And the crowd goes, he's got kids. And then he says that what you just said. He says, and I lost my best friend. And I wrote down, Rhino died?
Right.
But he calls out Rhino. Rhino's dead. But VBD comes out instead, Violent by Design. So Eric Young says, Rhino's dead. So I don't know why he was Seth Rollins, but he said that. So yeah, he says Rhino's dead too. I think Rhino's dead. I think he died.
Yeah, no, he's done. Rest in power, Rhino.
Are rhinos an endangered species? I don't know.
Yeah, one less now. That's tragic.
That's horrible. D'Lo says the eternal question is, where is Rhino? That is not the eternal question. I don't think you know what eternal question means. Eric Young says this. He says, I'm not Rhino because Rhino belongs to me. What? He doesn't know how because works. And then he tells Heath to leave and Heath says no. So they fight, but it's a 3-on-1 beatdown. And we get the ultra rare "We Want Rhino" chant.
Right. Mark,
have you ever heard that? I wrote it down. It's on my calendar. Did you ever hear that before?
Never.
Wow.
Not in any promotion.
I've heard gore. We Want Rhino? Yeah. That's new. They kill Heath and throw a flag over him, and Heath's dead too. So is the Bound for Glory going to be Heath and Rhino's funerals, I guess?
Yeah.
Like a combo funeral?
I feel like this beatdown could have been much better. He punched him in the stomach once and hit him over the head with the flag. And he sold that punch to the stomach like he had,
That's
bricks
true.
Taped to his hand. I thought it could have been a big slaughtering layout would have been more efficacious for this spot.
You would think. Yeah. So, excuse me, burp. Backstage interview with Willie Mack and Rich Swann. Oh, and Mack starts to do Steiner math about his triple threat next week, and he goes, nah, I'm just kidding. So that was good. So Zicky Dice and Manny Lemons walk in, and they're like, I hope you guys do better than when you faced us. And Swann's like, we won, you idiot. You guys lost that match, remember? And Swann's like, listen, how about this? I'm going to go ask Scott D'Amore for a match tonight, and we could have a tag match against you clowns. So they leave to do that. Zicky Dice goes over to the Learning Tree and tells Brian Myers and his friends that they have a match tonight. And Myers is like, yeah, we're going to leave and eat some chicken wings, so we'll see you later. They're always going to eat something. Last time it was steaks.
Right. Now it's wings. I like their choices, though. But yeah, they also I thought it was funny how I think it was Swann that made fun of Dice and Lemon's outfits.
Yeah.
Or Mac, doesn't matter, but he's like, look at you with your little fanny pack and you have a belt with no loops in your pants.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it was good. And I'm really enjoying this Zicky Dice, Lemons, Beal group.
Yeah, they're good. They're very comedic jobbers. I like it.
Yes.
Now Brandy Loren and Kimberly come out, and nobody asks how this happened and how they got transformed into like monsters. They talk about that they are monsters. No one's like, when did this go down?
No.
So it's them.
They botched this whole thing.
Yeah.
This has not been good storytelling.
No, because every week they're either on or they're not, but they show like a little clip backstage, but none of this ever related to the ring. And now that they're in the ring, it's like, why is no one talking about like, ooh, why are there creepy monsters in the ring?
Right. Tonight or this show did them no favors, and tonight's show
No.
did them no favors.
It's all
so.
just, yeah, okay, I wrote that down, so I'm going to say that then. So it's Brandy, Kimber, and Lady Frost. Remember her?
Yes.
We watched that NWA Empower. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going against Tasha Steelsies, Savannah Evans, and Mercedes Martinez.
Nice.
Wow, she's the leftover. Remember when she was in Retribution and her name was Retaliation, and then she never actually debuted, I think?
Yep. Yeah. She had I think she had one spot.
She had a spot, but she never was part of the real group. They never named her. Yeah. The only reason we knew her name is because of Twitter. So
right.
And then she just got fired. So I'm glad she's here. Josh says Mercedes is old. Oh. Why would you do that?
Just totally buries it. And it was to rewind slightly. They didn't even mention the Knockouts Knockdown until 10 minutes into the show. They opened up with plugging Bound for Glory.
Right. There's a graphic for it, but they don't really talk much about it.
Talk about it. And then, so here we have a Knockouts match, and he's burying the return of Martinez.
Let's see how that ages. Tasha does not get along with Mercedes because they're basically putting Mercedes over as a tough face, and she has to team up with a heel. Roll up on Kimberly after Mercedes does all the work, but no one will tag Mercedes in, so Tasha steals the win. And I wrote, why is that monster group just jobbers?
Yes. And okay, so I horrible storytelling, right? And makes all these backstage segments we saw in the build up and people disappearing and reappearing almost seem worthless because everyone's jobbing.
Yes.
I also wrote notes on so Savannah, and I know she's green or whatever, but there's moves to do that look really good when big people do these moves that are actually easier than punching and kicking.
Yes.
A suplex looks more impressive than just kick.
Than a bad punch or a bad kick. Yeah.
Right. And or a timber slam or a butterfly suplex.
Yeah.
Like any of these you can learn your first day.
I don't understand why she's not doing them and why she's like B-Fab, who's now been drafted to SmackDown, where her whole arsenal is like kick a different spot, kick a different spot, kick a different spot. It just looks like junk.
Yeah.
So that's a shame.
It is.
So we have and then Alicia comes out of the back and attacks the monsters.
Yes.
And we have no idea why. We're going to find out in a minute, but what?
Yeah. But her kendo stick has a name.
Kendra.
Kendra the kendo stick.
Because it's pink. It's Kenny if it's not pink.
Yeah.
Okay. Flashback moment. Yeah, go ahead.
I really want to like talent and like people in general in life. That's my first instinct. But I need more from Alicia.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Well, flashback moment of the week is Christopher Daniels is a big cheater. So I think that's on purpose.
Yeah, I think so too. And did you notice though that this week they actually put the date of what we were watching?
Yes, 2013. Yeah.
Yeah, Genesis. Good stuff. Usually we don't get that. And it's just wonder when this happened.
Right, and it's like, what's the point unless it gets you to go to Impact Plus and then watch that match or whatever. So backstage, Alicia is mad. Now she explains. She says, I'm still very upset that Swingerella number 3 got abducted. Basically, wait a minute. So if they already had Brandy Loren and it's Kimberly and Sue Young, then they must have eaten Swingerella number 3.
Right.
So Alicia, is mad because her acquaintance at work got eaten by monsters, I think. I think that's the story.
Yep. That's it.
They really didn't explain that very well.
No, this whole thing has not been done well.
So she says, I want Kim. Gail Kim is there and I'm here. And she's like, I want Kim. And no, she means Kimberly. This is confusing. So Gail Kim has a script in her brain or something because she goes, okay, you can have Kim, but at the Knockouts pay-per-view, it's going to be Kimberly and Savannah Evans and Jordynne Grace in a Monsters Ball match in honor of Daphne. You just book, like, where did you even get those other people from?
Right. Out of nowhere. Nice to hear the name Daphne, though. That was refreshing on Impact.
It's very good.
But still, very weird.
Very strange. So after that, it's All About Me with Tennille and Madison Rayne and Caleb with a K. So they are guests on their program. The hosts tonight, as they do it backwards, are Decay. So Havoc and Rosemary come in. And when they come in, everything is all warped and the lighting changes. And Tennille just starts cursing forever and is censored. And she has a graphic over her face that says the influence. It's very funny. So.
It's like a 20-second censor bleep sound effect too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And she ends it with, when it comes back after the beep, she says, no one eats popcorn without salt and butter.
Exactly. You always have to say something ridiculous. And it should most of the time be food or animal related if you want to get that joke right. Yes. If you want the joke to land, food and animals, perfect.
Yes. And also, I said to the waiter, I want a ribeye, not a rabbi.
See? That was like pretty much perfect. And you could also do innuendo when you come back too. Like a indeed. Double entendre. That was Andre the Giant saying it. Entendre. And Rosemary makes them itchy with her magic powers or something. Mm-hmm. That was weird.
Yeah, and there's like Halloween decorations about.
Right, when they warped the set, they decorated it with like dollar store stuff. Now Moose and Morrissey talk about taking out Sami Callihan and Eddie Wolf, and they are taking their alliance to the Call Your Shot Gauntlet, where they will run the gauntlet and then they will fight each other in the end if they have to. So, okay.
All right.
That seems right?
Yeah, no, that was okay. Morrissey much better alongside Moose.
Yeah, I'm just thinking you just need them to do something at Bound for Glory, and I'd rather have them in that gauntlet than, anything else. So
in the front spotlight or something.
Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, triple threat tournament thing. So the only person that's qualified for the X Division title match for the vacant title at Bound for Glory so far is Trey Miguel. So this week we're going to get a new opponent, and unfortunately, as soon as you saw who comes out, you know who it is. So it's a triple threat match: Black Taurus versus Steve Macklin versus Petey Williams. And it's a great match. Taurus is awesome, but he's so reckless.
Yes.
He just does anything. And it's like, if I break my neck, whatever, I'll be fine.
Right. And certain things he does, which are very talented, look awkward with the giant head and things.
Yeah. It's weird. I wonder how well he can see in there, because it seems like it's not well. I don't know.
I would be petrified to be in the ring with him.
Yes.
Personally. Because
he could kill you because he can't see. So.
He's big and he flies and he wears giant things covering his peripheral vision.
Well, yeah, and he's throwing you around maybe blind, so I don't know.
Right. Yeah, good times.
Josh says that getting in this match, to get to that match, to get to the X Division title, is a chance to live forever. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Live wow. I'm surprised more people aren't trying to do this match than even above the title. I'd rather live forever.
You would think an immortality match would be way more important.
Way above
than the X Division title.
Or anything even going on in the world today. Really.
X Division has the Fountain of Youth and didn't tell anyone. So.
But we know now.
It's probably just vampirism. That's the problem.
Yeah,
it's the monkey paw. So
that always comes with a moral conflict.
I think so. Now we have backstage interview with Christian Cage, and no, wait, hold on. Did I ever say who won? No.
Nope.
I was so worried about vampirism. I figured the match doesn't matter anymore. Canadian Destroyer by Petey Williams, and you're like, oh, Petey's gonna win. No, Macklin steals the win.
Yep, with his finisher thing.
With his mayhem sandwich or whatever it's called.
They're really putting it. See, they have built him, whether I like it or not, and put him over the right way, largely.
I know.
And he's actually over. Like, people respond to him on Twitter.
Yes, you don't have to love him, but he's getting better, and he's coming across as somebody that can win. So they do need people like that, because once Josh Alexander wins the title from Christian at Bound for Glory, you're going to need opponents. So... I'd rather see Steve Macklin lose this. What if he wins the X Division title and the same night does Option C?
That would be that. You know what? That's an interesting idea.
I don't think it's ever happened.
No,
So
I would be open to. I really want Alexander to go over, so I'm not sure what
yeah,
that would. But
right. It'd be weird.
that would be something,
It would be something.
and it would tell a story.
I agree. So yeah, Macklin steals the win, and he's going to Bound for Glory, but poor other guys. So what are we just gonna throw everyone else that doesn't have a personal grudge or feud into that last chance gauntlet or whatever it's called, Claw Shot Gauntlet?
I guess so. I guess that's their like version
Royal Rumble?
of a, yeah, or Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Right. Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, you can't cash in the Andre the Giant trophy for a title shot though.
So you can't do anything with that.
No.
Worthless.
I told I was going to win the World Tag Team Championship. Oh, next time I'll bring my Andre the Giant trophy so I could show everybody
Oh, do you have one?
Well, it's like this big. It's for action figures, so it's very small.
It probably looks better than the actual
does.
full
It
scale
does.
model.
I also have an Andre the Giant action figure that I sprayed gold, so he is the statue on there. So it's the big version. You don't believe me, but I do.
No, I definitely believe it.
Okay, good.
No doubt there.
So now we have a backstage interview with Christian. He says stuff about Josh Alexander and how he's going to beat him at Bound for Glory, but he has to tag with him tonight. Christopher Daniels comes in and he says, okay, I'm going to tell you why I'm here. I am here because I want a title match and I want your title, and I don't care where, AEW, Impact, I don't care where we have it, but I want it. I just wanted to let you know. So that plus that heel clip they showed earlier, I don't think that's an accident.
No, I don't either. And Christian healed it up a bit. He said Josh wasn't even in his realm.
Wow, that's true.
So that wasn't very respectful. Like, I'm not saying he's going to turn heel, but someone needs to heal it up for this match. So.
Now we are live. See, there's people in the chat now.
Nice. Yes.
And wow, this thing is live. Look at that. We are. So everyone needs to hit the subscribe button on this thing so you get alerts when we're live, because it's free and stuff.
And
so
share this link.
Yeah, and share the link with everybody quick, because we still have a whole other pay-per-view to review. So do it now. Yeah. Do it. So I wouldn't even mind Christopher Daniels taking out someone in that X Division match, putting himself in, winning the title, and then doing option C against Josh Alexander as well. I just want some kind of crazy booking like that.
Yeah, because right now everything looks like we know. It looks like we know what will happen.
Yes.
So we need surprises.
That's what I'm looking for. We need
endings that we can't predict.
That's right. Swingers Palace is next. What were you going to say? Nothing? Me? Yeah, I thought you were saying more. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, not at all. I don't know why I said me, like someone else is on this thing. You like that? Me?
I was asking the chat room, because we're live on YouTube right now. Yes. Oh, Craig is here. Look at that. Craig here? Thank you. Hi, Craig.
Craig from the show, Craig?
Yes. Craig
I followed his YouTube channel.
NXT 2.0 reviews is right here in the chat. So that's awesome.
Someone just asked about him earlier. Whatever happened to that guy?
Well, he's right here. That's what happened to him. So, yes, that's hilarious. I got your joke. So, did you get my joke? Yes, I got your joke. Swingers Palace packs up and shuts down. If you remember, they have to shut the place down.
I loved this.
I have a feeling they're going to get a gaming license in Vegas or a counterfeit gaming license and open that up in Vegas. That's what I think. I think they're just moving.
This. Well, I want that to happen, and I like that as soon as we see their packing, there's a poster of Dixie Carter.
Yes. I couldn't believe it. They're packing and there's a poster of Dixie Carter. And Hernandez goes, "That's mine." It's really, really funny. Falaba comes in and he says, "Hey, all this stuff was bought with my money that I lost here in the casino. So you guys shutting down, you got what you deserved." And they're like, "Get out of here, you're banned." And he's like, "You don't exist anymore." And he's like, "You're still banned." And then the finish of this joke is that they have a Jeff Jarrett King of the Mountain like framed painting or poster. And they're like, "Wow, Swinger's like, where'd we get this? Did we win it in a bet?" And Hernandez goes, "We lost a bet." What an awesome joke.
And they said that we won it in a lawsuit.
We won it in a lawsuit? I thought he said we lost the bet. No.
So we won it in a lawsuit.
Stop. That's not real.
I thought it was, and they've been sued, so I thought it was like really inside. But
okay.
I mean, I mishear things often.
Okay.
So there's a great chance I'm wrong, but I thought he said, no, we won it in a lawsuit. I like my punchline better.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, my punchline.
Yeah, the Jeff Jarrett thing was huge. It was like a mall movie stand-up thing.
Yeah, it was big. Now Zicky Dice and Manny Lemons are going against Willie Mack and Rich Swann. And D'Lo says that the heels have 1% chance of winning. So that's good. I just love watching that match. Josh mentions that John Skyler and Chris Zazie Steve advanced in the digital media tournament. So you don't have to watch it. And get this, the champion that gets that title is crowned on the pre-show of Bound for Glory on YouTube or something.
This thing is already worthless.
Well, that's the point, is that it's not on TV. So
right.
I know.
What is it? Not on TV championship is below the TV title?
Non-television title. Yes.
Oh God.
Gotta love it.
Yeah, this is Skyler advanced in the tournament, so it's going to be hot.
Oh yeah. It's going to be so good. Squash match, Mack and Swann win. Now VSK and Beal come out to attack with Brian Myers. And it's a big beatdown. Learning Tree stands tall. So that's pretty much that.
Yeah. But it was nice seeing Manny Lemons and Zicky Dice in action.
How many lemons?
How many lemons?
Please tell me how many lemons. Do you know? Do you have an answer for me? I'm just stalling. Okay.
That's a lot of lemons.
That's a lot of lemons. That's a lot of potatoes. A reminder of last week's barnroom brawl between Mickie and Deonna. And then Mickie James busts in on Deonna in D'Amore's office or Gail Kim's office, whichever one. Deonna's in there getting yelled at for attacking Mickie James at her house. And Mickie James busts in on that and there's going to be a fight. But the figureheads yell and say, no, there's a no contact order now. If you guys touch, there's no title match. Or we'll strip you of a title or whatever one's funnier. So then the stipulations that we're picking, I love this. I love it. So we're going to do 2 pick your poison matches. You each face whoever the other picks this Saturday. What? Did you see Mickie James wrestle on the Saturday?
Nope.
Neither did I.
No, didn't at all.
Did they mean that's going to be on Impact and they forgot?
Right.
Did they say it and I didn't pay attention?
No, they left it at that. And I didn't even hear the opponent chosen on the show. So
no, it wasn't chosen on the show, right? It was a surprise. But Drama King is there and he's like, I'm here too. Remember me? I exist.
Job. Yeah.
So that's that. Main event time. Josh says this match has Bound for Glory ramifications. Josh, I swear to God, this is the second time he said that. He does not know what that means.
No.
There are 0 Bound for Glory ramifications.
0. It's a tag match. And it's not even, they're not even facing like each other's opponents.
No.
You know what I mean? Not. It's not like Alexander on one side and Christian on the other where he could damage him up before the main eventer says.
Exactly. So the main event's Ace Austin and Madman Fulton against Josh Alexander and the Impact World Champion Christian Cage. It's a fun match. We learn in this match, though, that Fulton, this is a match full of awesome people, but Fulton is very slow and like a big turtle.
Yep.
And almost every
kicks.
Yes, and almost every movie he tries gets countered because he's so slow. So we can't wait for somebody else to tag in, and when it happens, it's great. Chaos Theory on Ace Austin, and Christian tags himself in. He shrugs, hits the kill switch, and steals the win for himself. So, isn't that what Josh did to him last time?
Right.
So, it's fair. So faces win. And Christian and Josh shake hands and they face off with each other. And that's the end of your Impact. Not the worst Impact there.
No. But Fulton was so slow when he was thrown into the steps outside the ring. He didn't hit it hard enough to even make a noise.
It was a joke. He was too far away too.
Yeah. Very too far. It was,
Christian hopped out of that to counter too soon.
Yes.
About 5 feet too early. 6. So.
Yeah, there was a couple weird. I liked the match, but there was a couple weird spots, like when Ace, with Austin was thrown outside the ring.
Yeah.
Fulton grabs him immediately and throws him back in, like he's saving him from a countout. But it was 2 seconds, and it's like, wouldn't you let your boy recover?
You would think.
You know, whatever. And then of course, he turns around and takes a boot to the face. So yeah, it was just weird spots, but
boot. Yes, boots. Okay, well, that's Impact. So let's do the pay-per-view we just got done watching. Knockouts, knockout, knockdown, knockdown, knockout. What's it called?
Knockouts. Yeah.
Knockouts, knockdown.
Yeah, and I choose to say that they don't make it easy to find this.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I found it right away, but if you try and search for it, you can't. So unless you're on the exact right page and scroll at the right spot, you'll never see it.
I hit all of their categories except for one. I tried to pay I'll just pay their 99-cent tier on YouTube. You know, worth this event, supports them more, whatever. Nope. Tier wasn't high enough. Finally got it working though.
Wow. So that's a thing. So that's
so I want to be transparent here because I don't want to hoodwink anyone, but I missed the first 5 minutes.
But I saw it, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay. So I come into the match of Ellering versus Lady Frost. And
yes, they did a little ceremony for Daphne at the beginning. It was like 2 seconds.
Oh, so see, that's really cool.
I know.
That's really cool. Yes. And I thought at first Little John was commentating because I kept hearing, okay,
oh my God,
no, yes, and I thought,
okay, yeah.
I'm like, all right. So who do we have on commentary here? We have Mickie James. Yes, and we have
Veda Scott.
Yes, and you know, not bad. So Ellering versus Lady Frost. This is, of course, the first match of the tournament to see who's going to face the Impact champion or the Knockouts champion,
if you can believe it.
Yeah, so
I can believe
Snowball. I believe them on this one. So Lady Frost with her snowball fight charge in the corner. So that was cute. I want to know more about Lady Frost. I feel like there's a gimmick there waiting to happen.
There is, and so did she hit the snowball fight? I thought she missed it.
She missed it. She
missed it. If she had hit it, she runs in, rolls into you like a snowball. She flips and flips and flips and hits you, and then there's supposed to be someone standing outside the ring that throws snowballs at you, but that's not.
See, okay, that makes me want to see more of her.
Yes, and yes, Larry loves Veda Scott. So.
Yeah, no, Veda Scott's good. I mean, that was my only complaint about commentary in general is I just find it more entertaining if there's someone to at least play a heel half the time. Give me two people agreeing in every single show. Just after a while, it's like, okay.
Well, there's never any heels on Impact, so oh well.
Yeah, so that's fine. But it was good. It was refreshing to have 2 female commentators.
It was, and I like the commentary so much better here than I did at NWA Empower.
Yes, same. Way more enjoyable.
Yeah.
So there's a electric chair drop on the top turnbuckle on Frost by Ellering where she hits the back of her head and looks really nasty and good or solid or painful or all of those things. But then Boss Woman slam for 3 from Ellering on Frost for the 3 count.
Okay.
And Rachel's selling her ribs, and unlike past knockout tournaments, I have a feeling this is going to be a good story told throughout, or people will actually sell it like they're in a tournament.
You would hope so.
Yes, and overall, I think
they learned from the G1. That's why part of the reason why the G1 is so good every year is that, look, if somebody's injured, then the next match, that part of them's taped up, and then you attack that part, and then they suffer through the tournament, and it actually makes sense. So,
yeah. That's ring psychology.
Yeah.
So next match, another tournament match, Chelsea Ray versus I put Chelsea Ray versus Renee Michelle. That's interesting. For those who know who Chelsea Ray is out there, that would be entertaining.
Wow.
Don't do that search. Not suitable for work.
No, they already
Chelsea
know.
Green.
So it's okay. Yes.
Yeah. But I am a fan. Larry might appreciate that one.
Yes.
Chelsea Green versus Renee Michelle. Video package on Making History. It's nice. So Michelle wrestled for the Mae Young Classic. People may remember her from that. And
they also might remember her from marrying Rockstar Spud.
Yes, exactly. And so that's cool. And she also was trained by one of the people I was trained at, and we wrestled for two of the same
Look at
federations,
that.
National Wrestling
How
League
many
and
times
AJ.
did you wrestle Renee Michelle though?
Renee Michelle, none. No,
None.
that
Okay.
was years before her.
Just checking.
Yeah, years before her. Renee targets the arm, and she's good when she's doing technical wrestling holds. I liked this match overall, but Chelsea wins with an unprettier for the three, and
Yeah.
she's selling her arm.
It was
So
kind of
Chelsea,
obvious. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was pulling for Renee Michelle because I'm a
Yeah.
homer, yes, but yeah. All right, Brandy Lauren, creepy Brandy Lauren versus Mercedes Martinez video package, and so here we go. Let's see the storytelling of Brandy Lauren, right? So Martinez squashes her pretty much.
Can I tell you the storytelling? I'm a jobber.
Yes.
I'm a jobber. I'm a jobber. I'm a jobber. Look at me. I'm a jobber. I can sit up like a zombie, but I'm a jobber.
Yep. The commentators talk about the influence of Sue Young, which we haven't seen
Nope.
really.
Nope.
And so I'm thinking you take someone who was jobber, you turn them evil, and her first match as that new character, she loses. Like,
Yeah.
why is she in this tournament, first of all? But bad. And I love that. I love Decay. I really do. And I want to like them even more. But it's hard to when the storytelling is just,
Yeah, it's a mess.
yeah. All right. So far we know a match will be Ellering versus Martinez.
That's good.
Yeah. All right. So Jamie Senegal, remember her from NWA?
Yes, I do.
This is awesome. Dedicates this to her mother, Scream Queen Daphne. Little video package. Jamie Senegal is a trans woman wrestler, so I want to point out she's wrestled for NWA that we've seen.
Yes.
And now Impact Wrestling. And also, sometimes it's just so hard to concentrate on things that need improvement, which is good, or the negative things that make you depressed. But this is progress. Like we see
Yeah.
LGBTQ flag pride thing, which is awesome. And Senegal gets a good reception.
Yeah.
Where do they film this? Isn't it like Tennessee or something?
Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. She's getting a good reception in Nashville.
Right.
All of that.
And that's the thing. This is the kind of stuff that depressed the crap out of. Yep. I can think of his name. He's right behind me. I got to get him. Hold on. Jake Atlas. That's it.
Okay. This depressed Jake Atlas.
Yeah. He doesn't. When he got fired from NXT or left NXT or whatever it was. Yeah. Because they wouldn't let him do any of that stuff that he thought he would be able to do. And just the environment there was just crap. So
WWE, I wrote an article about WWE being full of crap because they did this BS partnership with GLAAD years ago.
Right.
And said they are going to develop LGBTQ storylines.
Remember when that happened? They had the HLA. Remember that? Everybody?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. That's wow. That's
real
okay.
bad.
So at least here we have at least two televised wrestling companies, and AEW obviously has embraced this too. So that's awesome. It's
in the chat, El Luchadork said, "I am Larry wasted right now and enjoying the Hades out of some Smart Wrestling Fan Live. Thank you."
Yes. He is. Make sure you're wasted because he spelled wasted.
Yeah, wrong. Yes. Make sure you subscribe to this channel so you always get the alerts when we're doing a live show. So.
And thank you for watching.
And thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's fun. So
very excited.
I am too. This is fun. I'm having a blast.
Good.
I might have to go get a beverage in a moment, but I won't do that. I've never left a show, and the one show you want to do live, I'm like, you're drinking and I can see you. So now
I'm so sorry.
No, it's great. You might have to ramble in a second. So Steele's out with without Savannah Evans because she has a match later.
Yeah.
And this is the final first round match. Commentators are putting Jamie over, which is nice. And she has this nice ice cream gear as a tribute to Daphne.
Yeah.
And I didn't mention it earlier, but Ellering had the Daphne armband tribute thing on the black band, and that was nice. And lots of wrestlers did tonight. So good chain wrestling in the beginning. I'm guessing Jamie is still green. She telegraphs a lot of her moves and shouldn't throw
Yes,
for.
wearing green for a reason. Yes.
Yes, there you go. Tasha's very snug, unlike Jamie, which is good. Like everything she does in her offense looks really good in this match. They get some good time in this match. It goes on longer than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Osaka kicked by Senegal, and she looks shocked when Steele kicks out of it. So I'm guessing that's one of her signature moves. So we're starting to learn more about her. Lots of shine for Jamie. Lots of kicking, though, in this match. But I did like she did this move where it was like a handspring, like rebound German suplex.
Yes, that was good.
And that was really good. And but let's go Tasha chant. Let's go Jamie chant.
Good.
It's Impact, so heels will be chanted. And yeah, but a good back and forth chant there. And Tasha Steeles goes over though.
Yeah.
There's by a crucifix bomb and for a 3 count to a mixed reaction. But it was my only real complaint was they throw a lot of punches and they don't give each other room to sell.
Yeah.
I can't sell it.
It was a little messy, but
give it a second. Right.
Yeah.
But but good stuff. I enjoyed it. And all right. So Tasha versus Chelsea then in the semi, and Ellering versus Martinez.
Yeah.
All right. Gail Kim interviewed in the back by Gia Miller, and she's asked who her pick is. Who is your pick, Kim? And she says whoever is the most hungry.
Oh, boo.
Well, then why is this a thing? That's all that was said.
You could at least pick someone that's like an underdog that you want to win or something that's not going to win. Just do something.
Choose a person that obviously, or like you can put over 2 people. Well,
when you're asked who would you rather wrestle, the answer is it shouldn't matter. When you're asked who you think will win this, you should be able to pick somebody without controversy.
Yes.
So.
All right. So Deonna Purrazzo out with both titles, the Knockouts Championship and the AAA Arena del Ruina. I don't know if I said that right. And
yes.
What is it?
Reina del, what'd you say?
Ruina?
Just Reina. It's 2 Reinas.
Okay.
She's the queen of queens.
Nice. Yes, she is.
The champion of champions. Yes.
And she's fighting my girl, Misha Slamovich. Slamovich?
Yeah, they say it different ways. But yes, Masha Slamovich.
Yes. Did I miss Mickey coming out and announcing her or anything or standing up?
No, this is the first time that we knew about it. I mean, they advertised it on like Facebook or something, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's right. I knew about it, but still.
And don't forget, everyone, just to let you know, 3 weeks ago, I did go in the live chat where Gail Kim and Christy Hemming were having their meeting about this Knockouts pay-per-view. And we were asking questions and stuff. And I did ask Christy Hemme if she remembers that time she ate a pie with her butt. And she did not answer me. So, but on the other hand, she didn't block me. So that's...
Right.
You know why? Because she did eat a pie with her butt.
She's like, I can't get too mad.
No, it did happen. So.
Yes. Yeah. All right, so Mickey says Deonna is one of the best in the world, but her attitude is a problem, and then goes, but she claims to be one of the best, in a tone that then implies she's not one of the best.
Yes, correct. So, yeah, weird.
She's all over the place there. But Mickey then says she would have killed her in the boardroom, so that's the second time death has been threatened between these two.
Well, she says she would have killed her there, and if her kid was involved, she would guess Deonna would be dead right now. So
sure. Yeah, and I get that for sure. Yeah. Maybe you two should have fought better in that barn then.
Maybe. Use that pitchfork next time.
Yeah, right.
At least do a spot where you duck and it gets stuck in the wall, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you can film that in such a way where it's not dangerous whatsoever.
Of course. But not in one take.
No, one take McGee's. That's all you're getting from us today.
Yeah.
So you're not worthy, chant. And Deonna gets control of the match after taking some shine from Masha and targets Masha's arm, of course.
Yeah.
And Vita asks Mickey if she's ever had her elbow extended like that. And
but Mickey says no.
No. Nope.
You could have lied and said, oh, it really hurts. What?
Right. And she said that when she was like in an arm bar. You're telling me you never had an arm bar? Like, come on, just sell it.
Mickey,
she's setting you up.
It's wrestling. Come on.
Yeah,
that's a softball.
Yeah, she's like, and she kind of thought about it. She's like, nope. Virtuoso chant, Masha in a neck arm submission hold, and someone says, "Don't do it, Masha. Don't tap."
There's a few weirdos in the crowd. One of them is yelling about one of the wrestlers' butts, and there's some real weirdos tonight.
Yeah, there are, very vocal, and All right, Vita says that Masha was in a submission for quite a long time, and it was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
But
they could never figure out time tonight. Everything was, they've been in this for like a solid minute and a half. It was like 10 seconds. You're right. They didn't understand how time works.
At all, or how weight works later. No. Or they lift that. When are you talking
I don't know, with their arms?
Right. I can't wait to get to that. So, what is it called? Venus del Mayo?
Venus de Milo.
De Mayo.
De Milo.
Milo notice.
Yes.
Now I'll remember it.
Yes.
Venus del Milo for the tap out.
Venus del Milo. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
And there was a couple spots I liked in this match though. Slamovich did a beautiful like tilted body slam that landed Deanna on her head. That looked really good. And Deanna at one point had like a running knee left right into a Russian leg sweep, and rolled through to an arm bar that just looks so smooth. I love watching Deanna wrestle.
Yeah. She's gotten really good.
Yeah. And Mickey talks trash about Deanna and Drama King through this whole thing. So, but I was expecting something after the match, but we get nothing.
I was expecting Mickie James's match. Prazzo after the match gets on the mic. Okay, well, guess what? Your opponent is this or whatever. Nothing.
Even if it's Impact, say so on Impact. Don't you want? Oh, whatever. Okay. Guess we don't want to plug Impact on this show. Maybe
I don't think that match is even real.
No, they just goofed, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We still got a few weeks or a couple.
That's true. It's going to happen. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's funny at the end, Mickey says this match will have fans chanting Masha's name, and she says that as her chanting Virtuoso.
Wow.
So, nope. All right, we get an Alexander and Christian Cage video package for Bound for Glory, and I'm actually excited about this.
Yep.
And watching this package, I finally realized my issue with Christian is he's still just Christian. He's done nothing to refresh himself.
No, same guy.
And that's, it is what it is. But I'm enjoying the storytelling between Alexander and Cage, and Alexander being like sold as the unknown, like saying, he knows all these things about Cage, but Cage doesn't know anything about him.
True.
All right. Up next, Mercedes Martinez versus Rachel Ellering in round 2 for this tournament. And this Knockouts wrestling chant in the beginning of the match, the crowd's very excited for this. And Ellering goes for the respect handshake, and Martinez obliges. Ellering with the Daphne wrestling band on, and it's just nice to see. Martinez blocks an arm drag and backs away slowly and pats her on the butt like in a sportsman-like way.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's like they're feeling each other out. Good, basic, old-school wrestling that I love. But finally, Martinez heels it up just a bit and slaps her in the face, and it's followed by a trio of butterfly suplexes.
Very nice.
Yes, they brawl outside of the apron, exchanging forearms while they're standing on the apron, and there's a sweet spear by Martinez on Ellering that just looks great.
Yeah.
And we get a Mercedes chant. And I thought Mercedes should have had more offense in this match, only because she had a squash match to advance in the tournament. And
that's a good point. Yeah.
But seeing the finish, of course, it makes sense. The two exchange spine busters. It becomes a seesaw match. But Ellering is selling her ribs from the previous match and looks extra tired, so that's good. So we get a big spinning loop-de-loop boss woman slam on Martinez, but she crawls half outside the ring.
I like
to make
that.
Sure pinned. Yeah,
she knew.
Good ring psychology.
Yeah.
Fight forever chant, and I still want the fight for 5 more minutes chant. Fisherman Buster by Martinez on Ellering and goes for the pin, but then turns it into a leg trap guillotine submission.
Nice.
And Ellering taps.
Like it. I like it a lot.
Yes. So now Martinez will face either Tasha Steeles or Chelsea Green. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then after the match, Martinez and Ellering hug.
That was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So I've liked this pay-per-view so far.
And that's them telling the fans, you can cheer for Mercedes. She's not supposed to be a heel.
Right.
So she's supposed to be a tough face.
Yes. Who doesn't necessarily obey all the rules, which
Yeah.
I like. Good way to do Shades of Grey.
Yep.
Gia Miller in the back with Green, and Chelsea says, just like her hair, her performance never falls flat. Steeles.
Seriously, what?
I don't know.
Like, is that a shampoo commercial?
Just right. I just, I mean, at least what's his name wasn't next to her for this backstage or something. That was good.
Yeah.
Didn't have to deal with him. So we get Steeles versus Green here. Chelsea chant followed by Tasha chant. And they do a spot of a sunset flip that's reversed into like, where you just push the opponent back and you hook the legs and they go back and forth like that between counters. And
Yeah.
I guess some people like that, so that's nice. Chelsea doesn't really sell this like a second round match at first. She kind of looks a little too fresh as a daisy, but suicide dive by Green on Tasha and goes for a second one, but no, Steeles stops that with the forearm.
Yeah.
And then we get a yay boo forearm exchange spot and another outside apron spot. So that's two now.
Yep.
And this one, a cutter was delivered on the apron. Tasha delivered it. Looked good, but the previous match had a similar spot. That's all. Space it out, folks.
Yeah.
Do wrestlers talk to each other anymore? That's something we used to do, and we're told to do. Like
You would
kind
think.
of, yeah, okay. So it looks like Tasha's on the middle rope, and it looks like Green is going to get an unprettier for the second rope, but Tasha hangs on, so she just falls flat on her back, and the announcers call it a frog splash from the top rope.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I just thought she kind of did a splash. I didn't see, but that's fine. Either way,
You didn't think she was froggy?
I didn't think she was froggy enough.
It's froggy.
I mean, it was better than Christian's, I guess. But what is
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So I was glad when Steeles
yes.
won because
Yeah.
that meant if Chelsea Green won, I was like, Chelsea's probably winning this whole thing. But once Steeles wins, I'm like, all right, Steeles against Martinez. Yes, Martinez can win. This could be good.
And if Martinez, for some odd reason, wasn't booked to win, I don't mind Steeles winning.
Right. That's a good point.
Actually helps either's career, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So Martinez in the cedar cabin in the back with Gia Miller. And says Steeles lives up to her name, but says she's too confident. And she says, I'm an OG, and calls Steeles a little chihuahua.
I don't think they should be saying that. And they called her a dog at a different part.
The true Boricua bad butt.
Right. And they called her disgruntled chihuahua, regular chihuahua, and a dog.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be doing that.
I know. Neither do I. Just kind of like, ooh, okay. Huh, but Christy Hemme out. That's neat.
That means she's going to eat a pie with her butt.
It looks like she found the fountain of youth. I swear.
I know. She's exactly the same. Yep.
That's just awesome.
Yep.
But she says, tonight is about coming together, and what a night has it been. And there's a woman backstage that is a legend, and she is part of the fabric and foundation of the knockout division. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, the next inductee into the Impact Hall of Fame, and it's Kong.
Awesome. Kong,
And we get
that is.
a really nice video package of Kong, of awesome Kong.
Yes.
Awesome. And Hall of Famer chant, and that's before she even comes out. So the crowd's really into this. I am too. This is awesome.
It's good.
And Awesome looks very grateful. And she says, thank you, and gets another Kong chant. And she said, and she's blown up, and she calls herself out. And says, I never thought I'd be more out of breath to come out and thank you guys than I would be beating up Gail.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. So she's always been quick. She's very talented. I loved her in Glow on Netflix, and I wish her career was a little bit different, or I got more of her.
Yep.
But she says it's a humble experience to be considered for this honor, but it's being more than considered. You got in. And you deserve it chant. And she says, I was there at the birth of the Knockouts division, and to see the tenacity that these women have today, the same kind we original Knockouts had back in the day, fills me with pride, and it gives me everlasting shimmers. And then she winks.
Yeah, I like that. She said shimmer.
She said shimmer and winks. It was great. And it's she said it's bittersweet because it's nice to acknowledge or be acknowledged, but my main priority is to pay homage to Daphne, and that's awesome. We're finally getting all the Daphne Impact stuff. I've been
it's pretty good, and you have to wonder, would they put Daphne in the Hall of Fame like next year? So
that would be nice.
It could happen.
Yeah, and she says Daphne broke barriers and went places that were denied to women back in the day, which is understated, really, and just awesome. Someone saying that, and she said she was the first to do the Monsters Ball match, and I like this. She says whether you're a teacher or you're a mechanic or whatever you do for a living, essentially, open the door for the next person to do something that opens the door for the next generation.
Very cool.
If not you, who? If not now, when? Yeah. I need her every week now.
Yep.
Just saying something like that. It's refreshing. And we get a Daphne tribute video, sort of, as Taylor Wilde. I thought it was going to be showing different wrestlers talking about Daphne.
Right.
But it's something. And it's sweet.
Yeah, it was because Taylor Wilde wanted to be there to do this, and she couldn't, so she did it from home on a video. Yeah. But it still works, and it's good.
It does. And is she sick or something, or what's it just?
I don't know what the reason was. They never said.
So Wilde says Daphne is changing the trajectory of future for professional wrestlers by donating her brain to science.
Yep.
So up next, we get Monsters Ball match, Kimber Lee versus Savannah Evans. And Cannibal is written on the tights of Evans, which is cool. Versus Alicia Edwards versus Jordan Grace in a 5-minute time match.
We have to, yes, I know. We have to mention, though, that Kong couldn't remember the name of the match, and she called it Monster Balls. Which is a different kind of match.
And a future T-shirt coming to you from shophmh.com.
I think so. Yeah, so there is that. And I thought that was
great.
Funny.
Monster Balls.
Yeah.
I love it. So Grace comes out, and when she comes out, she has a bucket of chalk.
I like that. I knew she was going to eat it, but I like it.
Yes. Yeah, that's the cardinal rule. Whatever weapon or thing you bring to the ring.
Oh, it's for you.
Used on
you. Of course.
Yeah. So bring, if you're planning on walloping people, then bring something stiff. If you're going to be gentle, bring a trash can.
Yes. But this match was funny to me because Kimber Lee has a Daphne. Even the zombies are wearing Daphne armbands.
Yes. Yes. Everyone had a Daphne armband in this match except for Edwards. So that was weird to me.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm not saying anything, I'm not implying anything. Just, I would feel weird if I'm like, oh, you haven't, were they out? Do they not have her size? At
least you didn't say she sold it for substances in the alley. You didn't say it. Neither did I.
No.
It never happened.
I would never. No. So in the ring, Grace and Evans go at it while Edwards is brawling with Lee on the outside. The crowd's into this. Powerbomb right away by Evans. And I like that Evans, criticized her earlier for not doing enough moves. She does a powerbomb, but she does a good job selling like a giant because Kimber Lee kicks her hard in the face and she stays on her feet. Doesn't even drop down to one knee. So that's good. Yeah. But pool cue to Evans from Kimber Lee. That'll drop her.
Zombies play pool.
Trash can on top of her. So she's covered in the trash can, and she takes a crowbar out and hits the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll hurt your ears. And Alicia comes in to break up the pin. Lee grabs a chair wrapped in barbed wire.
Which, by the way, if you look, it has all the barbs cut off. All of them.
Yeah. It's a
very safe barbed wire.
Very beyond. Yes. Might even work as a cushion.
It's very smooth.
So they do the thing where they put the chair in between the second and top rope, the turnbuckles, and Alicia reverses an Irish whip. So Lee hits it head first. And while doing this, Vita says that Daphne has inspired women to take care of each other and their brains.
Oh, what a bad timing.
Bad timing. And he comes, you know, she gigged herself, so she's juicing.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Yeah, and I'll just go ahead and say my complaint now. If a match like this, whether you like it or hate it, just psychology of this, more than one person needs to like gig.
I know.
That's just one person can't just do it.
There's too many weapons in there and too many sharp things that it seems stupid if you don't.
It really does. It's just.
And I'm not like, I don't need blood in every match at all.
No.
But when there are sharp things everywhere, that should be happening. So.
And we have this isn't the first this isn't the first monster balls we've ever seen.
There's a million of them. Yeah.
Yes.
Now exactly. I miss when they used to have to put you in like a deprivation chamber, whatever that's called. And you have to stay in there for like a weekend. That's how they used to do it. And then you'd come out of there all crazy. And then that was the best version of the match.
Absolutely.
They don't do that anymore.
No, not in this Quick McGee match.
No.
Oh. All right. So thumbtacks come out. And Mickey says, I'm sorry. Vita says, I don't want to see thumbtacks, Mickey. And Mickey says, look, there's thumbtacks. And then they argue about counting them.
Not only that, but when the thumbtacks, there was a spoiler because the bag got dropped. And so a little bit of them came out so you could see what was in there. It was funny.
So we get a close-up of Kimberly removing a thumbtack. So those weren't gigged.
No.
Sorry, those weren't kayfabe.
No, those were gross.
Yes, those were gross and real. So everyone takes thumbtacks. Okay, so at one point, Jordynne Grace pulls out like the barbell plate earlier in the match. And
they're like, look how much weight she can lift.
Yeah, and they're like, how did they even get whose job was that to try to carry that to put it under the ring?
And it's like,
meanwhile, Alicia picks it up.
Right, and she is like 45 pounds soaking wet.
Yes.
Oh.
So reverse power bomb. By Grace on Alicia on the plate, and then chalk in the face on Grace by Evans. And then full Nelson slam by Evans on Alicia for the 3 count. And this match lasted, I felt like it was 5 minutes.
Yes.
And seeing what the main event is later and this, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
And all the tributes to Daphne, like I thought, I don't know. It was like, let's go out there and give it our, like, leave it all in the ring kind of match. And
yes,
it was not any of that. It was
Shane in the YouTube chat. Shane asks, why do they always have to be thumbtacks? Where's the love for the pointer or ring finger? That's true. I don't know. Right. Those kind of tacks just don't exist, I don't think. Or they don't sell them at your local hardware store or software store or other store.
They're banned in 48 states.
That's true. He also said he's watching from work because he's a true heel.
Dude, that's awesome.
Go watch Smart Wrestling Fan live at work. Awesome.
That's cool. I love this. I love knowing people are listening and watching right now.
It's very neat.
That is cool. And you guys are awesome. And gals for watching.
Yes.
Yes. So Savannah Evans getting pushed there, though.
Yeah.
And it's a monster's ball, and she's supposed to be a monster. And that's the other thing I wrote down is she's not monster enough for me. She has cannibal on her tights, and she's big, and I get it. She's learning, and you also don't want to legit kill people or hurt them. You don't want that reputation, and you know, we don't want to Nia Jax it. So
it's true.
I get it. But I would have liked just more monster from her and more people willing to gig and blade and juice.
Right.
But you know, it was cool, and Kimberly looked really good with the face paint mixed with the blood. If you're into, blood in your wrestling matches, it was some good visuals. So to me, she was the winner of this match. But she's in decay, so she can't win.
It's true. It seems like they all.
Yes. So here we go. More cringe.
She's in other decay, not decay. She's in Su Yung land.
That's true. Not decay. Su Yung land. Yes.
It does seem weird that they have 2 monster factions like that. So.
Yeah, it's I guess we have a jobber one and one with winners most of the time.
That's true. James in the chat said, when I listen again later, it'll be like deja vu. So he's going to watch us live and he's going to listen to the podcast later.
That's awesome. I've done that many times with the Smart Wrestling Fan main show. Because if you do things during it,
you can miss so much gold. You miss gold, I'll tell you.
And it's cool because then you get to re-listen to it and pick up on the things you missed. It's fun. Good quality stuff. And
you might miss a lot of Walter if you are busy when you're listening.
Walter. Steele's promo in the back. So she's the real bad assessment Bariqua, and she's going to win it all.
That's what she says.
That's what she says. Good Lord. All right. Steele's versus Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes chant. And I like this. Mercedes.
So wait, this is now?
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm asking like what, but wait, there's a comedy tag team match that hasn't happened yet.
Let's talk about that.
This tournament finish final match is now?
Right. For an obvious who's going to win the next match. So,
okay.
Yep. And with Steele's and Martinez, which is exciting. I don't know why they did this.
Were they afraid that Martinez wasn't going to be over because she's new? That's why she would be over.
If anyone, and also if there's an audience who even knows who she is, it would be an Impact audience.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, they usually know other wrestlers outside of Impact.
One would think. Yeah.
That's not in WWE, you know? And yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. And Tasha Steelz has received this giant push as of late.
Yeah.
As far as her character and her toughness and all that. I mean, this match sells itself on name alone for main event. So, but nope, we get it now. And I do like that Mercedes has her finger taped up, like she got injured.
Yes, that's good.
Previous matches. Yeah, very Bret Hart 1994 King of the Ring-esque.
Look at that.
Yep. And so that's, and maybe it was a shoot and not kayfabe. I don't know, but either way, it works for the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And both are selling nicely. Big moves in the beginning. Mercedes again with the 3 butterfly suplexes. The third one was delayed though, and then I think we got a Suplex City chant.
Yeah.
And there was a what chant on that might have been on Impact, but I don't need these WWE chants on my
Impact.
Not
it's
a fan.
Dumb.
Yeah. Tasha says, Mickey or Deanna, I hope you are watching. Very loudly.
She does. But that, right. So that means that she can't see them because they're not there because they did the audio in post, the commentary in post. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for taking me out of it.
Oh.
And of course, right after she says that, Martini cuts her off. And, with a clothesline or something. And Mickey says, every woman in the locker room should want to be champion. And the Vita says, not just everyone in the locker room, but every woman.
Non-wrestlers too.
Like Mercedes, I guess. So, okay. So Mercedes got dressed in her car, I guess. Not the locker room. But yes, every woman. So I'll let Lorraine know when she gets back in town.
Yeah, anybody can be champ.
Yeah. So OG dropped by Martinez for the 3.
Look at that.
So, and it's a good match. It is a good match. They all got their stuff in, and they all told the story that they were beat up and they had wrestled twice before. And I liked that. Really bad booking of, this spot of the match card. But
now we're like AEW, where it's like emulating WCW, where it's like, oh, Mercedes Martinez has a title shot, and Mickie James has a title shot. And in AEW, it's Hangman Page has a title shot, but we're also going to have a tournament to decide who's the number 1 contender. Well, hold on a minute.
One at a time.
You don't need more than one contender wants to stop. Calm down.
It's too, like, AEW does such a good job of not rushing certain storylines.
They do. And then this past, it was, what's it called? It was Rampage. It was an hour-long show of, what are you doing?
Right. It's like, I like that it was, I hate using this word, but like training the audience, like, look, you don't need a pay-per-view every month, and feuds can build over time, and they're better, like it used to be.
Yeah.
Back in the day, maybe not every wrestling show was great every week, but it told stories because you weren't working for a monthly pay-per-view. And Impact certainly is. This is just a lot going on, but at least they're paying attention to the knockouts. So there's that. Yeah. So
Mickey, that was the main event, right? It's over.
Yeah. Well, so no, that was it. What a show. Thanks for listening, everybody. So Gail Kim comes in with the trophy, and Vita says, "Legend."
I thought that was Mickey.
Oh, was it Mickey?
Mickey sings Legends. Yeah.
Okay. So there you go. Yeah. So Mickey James said she would love to wrestle Martinez for the title in the future and that she will be waiting.
Yeah.
But, she first has a match tonight. No.
Maybe that's the main. Oh, no.
To me, the next segment was honestly the main event because I wasn't expecting it. And
neither was I. It was so good.
Dude, I have no shame in admitting this, but I choked up.
It was because it's so perfectly said. It's so well said. It's so well done. Let's talk about it.
So it's the Tag Me In initiative. I first learned about this. By the way, I interacted briefly with Sam Beal on Twitter, and super nice guy.
Nice.
And I put him over in a tweet, and then he's like, appreciate you. And I sent him the Mr. Miyagi nod thing. So, but he shared recently his Tag Me In initiative, and people should go to his Twitter because he's fun. And if you like sports, he knows a lot about sports, which I enjoy, but he has this video there and go watch it. But this Tag Me In initiative is wrestlers supporting mental health awareness and each other and saying, you're not alone. You can tag me in. And we get so many, I can't even name all the wrestlers.
It's like wrestlers from every company.
Every company who did this on social media
and legends and stuff too.
Oh, man,
that aren't in companies.
Kong,
it's everybody.
Rebel, Mick Foley,
Trish
Stratus, like
Lita,
Chris Jericho,
yep,
Conan, transgender wrestlers,
yep, Nyla Rose, yep,
yeah, oh, just so many really good stuff. Kurt Angle. And Morrissey, my Lanta, giving me a reason to care about this guy.
Look at that.
He has a heartfelt message. And I'm like, okay.
Look at that.
It almost makes me not want to make fun of his matches.
I know.
Almost. But this is very good. And I encourage, for whatever it means, I encourage everyone to always reach out if you're in a dark place. We all go through dark places.
Now, will these wrestlers, if I tag them in, are they going to talk to me online when I'm sad?
I
in the middle of the night, if I get nobody around, I can get very depressed, and this isn't a joke of any kind. And if I want to talk to one of them, you think they're going to give me the time of day? I hope they do. I hope they're not just talking.
I think some of them might be so inundated with tweets it's nearly impossible.
Okay.
But I think many of them will.
I talked to
some major names.
Jarrell, what's his name? Jarrell Nelson, and what was the other guy? Royce Isaacs. He talked to me there. I'll tag him in.
Tag
Royce
them.
Isaacs.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jericho would probably respond. He used to tweet out my articles.
He used to follow me, and now he doesn't. Why?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'll get that sometimes. They follow to build something, and then they drop you.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
Yeah, what if I had feelings? So that's a very nice segment, and that to me was one of the highlights of the show.
It's really, really good. Yep.
So much respect for Daphne through the show was given, and tributes, and then this, and it's very good. So
I hope that's
hashtag is tag me in.
Right. And I hope that's not just on the pay-per-view where you had to buy it. I hope that's on the free show and it's on like Twitter and like on commercials at other places too.
I hope so. It better be.
Excuse me. I would think it is.
Every company should actually show that.
That's the thing, right? That should be on AEW too.
Yeah. I would expect it from AEW and even NWA. I don't watch them, but I would think.
That's because it's NW Pay now.
So. Exactly. I don't think so. I don't have enough time to watch the stuff I already subscribe to. All right, so the influence out for this hot main event.
How is this the main event again?
And I love the influence, but I don't want this here.
No. This is a fine match for the show, not in the last spot.
No, I mean, so Decay out with the whole band, and
I just figured out why it's last. Oh my god, it's dumb.
Why is it last? Really?
I'll say at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I assumed it would be because the champions retain, and then Rosemary, who wouldn't exist, like say without Daphne, would say something nice or whatever.
Yes.
But that never happened. But then something did happen, so I think I know.
Okay. You can clue me in. I think I might have missed something.
You didn't. Oh. You know. Okay. You just forgot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is a story of my life. So Rosemary and Rain start off, and we get a Rosemary chant and timeout called by Madison Rain because this is a comedy.
Timeout, everybody.
You told me timeout.
Wow.
And I think it's Mickey who calls it a selfie, and the Vita corrects her and says it's for a photo op.
Right.
And, so that's the beginning of this match.
Yeah, they're both like, we're not really influencers, so we don't know these things.
Yeah, we don't know these things.
Whatever.
Just be happy we're here commentating, and we are.
Yeah.
So lots of stalling by Rain, tying shoes, etc. But Rosemary finally gets a hold of her, and Havoc in and beats up Rain, and Tenille in, and she gets beat up and gets beeled around the ring, and Rosemary back in, and she takes the heat of the match, and we get a Caleb sucks chant. I will say I love Tenille's expressions and nuances and pretty much everything she does. I'm a big Tenille Dashwood fan. Like sometimes she lacks certain things in the ring, but always like she knows how to highlight the things she does well.
Yes. Yes.
And that's really the secret of being a pro wrestler.
It is. The two things real quick. One, the zombie faction. Earlier I wrote down, didn't read, and then Shane in the chat said it too. But I said those zombies, the Su Yung faction is we have Decay at home. And also Shane says home brand Decay, will you ever win? Yes, bargain brand.
Exactly.
And Matthew in the chat says it's been a long time since I caught Smart Wrestling Fans streaming live. Well, it's a long time since we streamed live, so that's why.
So that works out.
That's
and yes,
right.
Now
this is our first test run here.
Yeah, this is fun. And you can join us next week for the exact same thing, right, Joe?
Probably will, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I would love that.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, no, this could be I would do this as, as long as
it's awesome.
You want to do this for free. Yeah,
it's fun.
This is, and it's a treat, and it gives people a chance to see what they're missing with the subscription.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, okay, so this match is okay for what it is, but there's a heel spot where Rain has, I think it's Rosemary pinned, but the ref was distracted by Havoc.
Yeah, but it's only a heel spot if there hadn't been cheating earlier. But because there was so much cheating,
it's a face spot,
right? Face spot. It only was. If no one had cheated earlier, like Caleb and all this other bullcrap wasn't happening, then this would be considered dirty. But really, the stuff that's happening out there is partly because of Caleb, so it's okay. It's all right.
It is. I mean, I still don't like it, but it is.
No, it doesn't make sense.
But it also, I guess, it does make them look like not complete garbage, like they could have won at some point. So there's that.
True.
Like Rain could have actually gone in. So spear rush and leg sweep combo thing for the 3 count. Faces go over.
So no title change.
No, this was a...
So Decay are still the tag team champions.
Yes.
The show ends, and we don't know why that was on last until this.
Now, of course, you're right. I remember. We do know why.
This is why.
Yes. Tell him, Joe. This was awesome.
All of a sudden, there's a graphic on the screen for the I Inspiration. That's just 2 I's, not 3. Which, if you don't know, that's the Iconics. So, yes, they're going to debut at Bound for Glory. Are they going to get a title match at Bound for Glory? I hope not. But
no.
We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, worse booking has happened, but it's not like they've ever been presented as this awesome tag team. Ever.
That's the thing. I hope they can wrestle. But yeah, at the end, I was wondering if you had turned the show off and you missed the Inspiration thing. And I thought you missed Walter. Because it did seem like it was over.
Yeah.
But now we know we can't even turn off Impact at the end. You have to keep watching.
Yeah, that was a cool tease and the cool logo. And I know for a fact that months ago, one of them couldn't wrestle. So I hope that's improved.
Years ago, none of them could wrestle.
Yeah, that's true. But this is good though. And this is a good Impact, whether it's just for this event or something longer term.
I want it. So why not? Sounds good to me.
Australian Walter.
It is Australian Walter.
Yes, Shane says in the chat.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, no, that was overall I really enjoyed the knockouts, knockdown. I loved the tributes to all the things and the people that were featured, and most matches really worked well.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. Well, I think we're done here, so we're going to get in a few plugs and we're out.
All right.
Again, everybody get on our Facebook or Twitter or Patreon, because on there, you can find the link to the live video thing. And while it's in beta, it is completely free. And in the future, it may be a paid feature. But for now, get in there and subscribe for free while you can.
And it helps us out. You get entertainment. And you don't even have to pay anything.
So do that.
Everyone wins.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Yeah. So do that and then do it. Do it. And then, and go buy a shirt. ShopHMH.com. So
absolutely.
That's it. I believe we're done here. So thank you, Carter. Thank you, listeners. Thank you, YouTube chat people. We appreciate you for being here live. Appreciate everybody that's listening to the show. But that's our program, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time. Bye, everybody.